breaking news, the New Orleans Pelicans have kind of dropped a bombshell. Now, in regards to this bombshell, they essentially said they would prioritize a rookie's contract extension over their vet that a lot of people thought they would re-sign. Now, I'm talking about Trey Murphy and Brandon Ingram. Now, a lot of people in the Pelicans organization believe that they are going to prioritize signing Trey Murphy III to a rookie extension over Brandon Ingram's extension, which is he's eligible for a 4-year, $208 million extension. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you how the Atlanta Hawks can swoop in and utilize Brandon Ingram on their championship building team to help them build a contender for the future. Now, in regards to this is a big bombshell. A lot of people anticipated Brandon Ingram being there for the future, but the New Orleans Pelicans said, hey, we're prioritizing some other things. And in that, I think the Atlanta Hawks could be a very good position to not only trade for him, but to utilize him for their long-term succession plan and their long-term future. Now, Brandon Ingram, despite what you say, he is a scoring larger forward. He is 6'8", and he averaged about 21 points last year. That was down due to some injuries and some other things, and people say in the playoffs he looks like he was disinterested, which may be true, but he was just coming off an injury. I think he has the ability to be a 25-plus point scorer, and he's going to be that consistent scorer that the Atlanta Hawks truly need. They wanted to get that out of DeAndre Hunter, but never got that. DeAndre Hunter was up and down sometimes. Yes, he'd be really good some days, and some other days they wouldn't get that out of him. And I think the Atlanta Hawks want to move on to a consistent scorer that they need for the roster. Now, I'm also hearing that he pairs very well with Trae Young. And if the Atlanta Hawks want to continue with Trae Young going forward, which I think they may do, then I think Brandon Ingram is a phenomenal fit for him. He can play the 3, he can play the 4 in small ball lineups, and it just depends. He's a good piece to their organization that they kind of need, because they need as much pieces as possible, especially going into this offseason. Now, in regards to a trade, I've seen a couple trade situations, but the most logical that I've seen is DeAndre Hunter and I know this is big, but DeJounte Murray for Brandon Ingram and either Dyson Daniels or another player. Now, I think that is what's probably going to happen, and I think that's not a bad trade for both parties. I know the Atlanta Hawks want to get off of one of their point guards because this 2-point guard lineup is not really working, and to bring in Brandon Ingram, who is an all-star, who has all-star potential, and he can come in with a different scenarios, average 25 points a game, I think that's something that you need. Like I said, you kind of split the point guards up. You get in Brandon Ingram, you get him to replace DeAndre Hunter. You kind of get off of DeAndre Hunter's contract while also bringing in Brandon Ingram. You got to sign him to the extension, obviously, but I think that's a win-win for both situations. Now, there's going to be a lot of people in the comments say, hey, the Atlanta Hawks will lose that trade, but I think the Atlanta Hawks need to make changes going forward, small tweaks, and getting a consistent scorer is a small tweak that they need. Also, you can help Trae Young. So, regardless, Brandon Ingram will help the team. And imagine this lineup. Imagine you go out and get another good 2-guard. I'm just throwing this name out here, but imagine you go out and get Klay Thompson. I'm just throwing the name, but get someone similar to Klay Thompson. You go Trae Young, Klay Thompson, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Johnson, and then Onyeka Okongwu. I mean, that is a roster that's really good that can contend right now. Also, you retain Bogey off the bench, and you get a couple other guys. Dyson Daniel in that trade, he comes off the bench. You're starting to build a championship caliber team, and that's what you need in this league. So, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know. But I think this is a phenomenal trade situation and a phenomenal opportunity for the Atlanta Hawks, and they need to jump on it as soon as possible. But if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. If you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.